I think it was obvious that Bombardier was not able to. I think for the A220 program, we'll need more cash because it's a real success. More than 600 planes has been sold, and with the problems of Boeing 737, now I think Airbus will probably sell much more planes. So I think it takes cash to expand the plant, and Bombardier was not able to provide additional cash in order to sustain the growth. So Bombardier exit the program, and the Quebec government will remain an actor with 25% of the Canadian subsidiary for the development of the A220, and Airbus will control 75% of the program.
Now, obviously, as part of this A220 agreement, we are seeing the Quebec government take an increased stake in that project. What was your reaction to that?
I think it's a good decision because right now the A220 is in progress. Sales are very good. More than 600 planes have been sold, and I believe that the future of this program will be extremely interesting, mainly because of the problem of Boeing with the 737, and the other Boeing problems. So I think that Quebec will remain a shareholder up to 2026. 2026, the program will be much more cash flow producing. So I think it will be a good investment for Quebec. Right now, they have to take a loss, paper loss of $600 million from 1.3 to $700 million, but I believe that they will recoup that money in the coming years with the popularity of the sales of the A220.
So a good investment longer term, in your opinion, for the government. But what about for Bombardier, which obviously had such high hopes for this program and now has had to make this high-profile exit? Is there a reputational risk here?
It's the end of the dream for Bombardier to be a major player in the airline business, in the aerospace business. Unfortunately, they attacked Airbus and Boeing, and it is very like Embraer, the Brazilian. They try also, and they failed. Bombardier failed. But meanwhile, I think they proved that it's possible in Canada here with Canadian engineers to develop the state-of-the-art in the airline industry. I think the A220 is the best airline right now available on the market. So, and this has been built, conceived, developed in Canada. I think we spend, the Bombardier invested billions of dollars. It's true that at the end of the story, they lost the control of the marketing development of the airplane. But I think it's a loss, it's true, but it remained more than 3,300 jobs in Quebec, and I think other companies in Canada will have access to products from Airbus because Airbus will have a major center in Canada. I think it's not a complete loss, but it's the end of a dream for Bombardier to be an active player in the airline industry.
Michel, last time you were with us, you told us, and this is about a month ago, that there perhaps in your view was a 50-50 chance that Bombardier would still be in the rail business in the next 5 years. Based on some of the reporting we're now seeing, it's possible there could be some kind of deal reached soon. Do you think ultimately Bombardier is going to be exiting the rail business?
I changed my proportion. I would say 90%. Bombardier will sell the Bombardier Transportation subsidiary. It's a European company, and for Bombardier, I think they have a lot of problems because now a train is not wagons, and it's really a computer, and it's really softwares, and they have a lot of problems with the existing softwares for the Bombardier trains. So I believe that Alstom will probably make an offer for Bombardier 70%. I think the Caisse de dépôt made a huge, very profitable loan. The Caisse lent $1.5 billion at the rate of 15% for 3 years now. I think the Caisse will probably cash $3 billion or will be a shareholder of Alstom at the level of 10-12%. But my guess is that in the coming weeks, Bombardier and Alstom will announce that the Alstom is buying the presence of Bombardier in the rail transportation sector.
Well, that would certainly be interesting to see. Monsieur Nadeau, we're almost out of time. Obviously, the other part of this developing story has been the business jet operations and whether something might happen with that. If ultimately some kind of deal is reached on the rail side, as you suggest, does that mean Bombardier will be committed to their business jet operations going forward?
I think they will try. They will try because the business jet, that's where Bombardier has really a brand, a trademark. Bombardier executive jet, they are in the premium, the highest part of the market. I think Bombardier will remain in that sector with a much lower depth, and I believe that Bombardier will probably plays his last card in the business jet market.